And this one also, you guys get a special deal on today during the party. $27.20 down from $32. So this is the SolaWave Conductive Serum. I believe they have repackaged this now. So now it is listed as the Renew Activating Serum. It has blue tansy in it, aloe vera, and hyaluronic acid. I'm a big fan of blue tansy. Herbivore makes a really, really nice mask that is called the blue tansy mask. That's an AHA, BHA mask, and I'm a massive fan of that. So as I mentioned, hyaluronic acid, blue tansy, all natural aloe vera. You do get an ounce of product, and it's vegan, cruelty-free, and made in the US, which are always positive things. This is an all-natural priming serum, specifically formulated to hydrate the skin and boost the effects of the technology in the SolaWave one. So you're going to get this really nice. I really like the little dropper. It's not too thin. It's not too thick. It does a really nice job of dispensing the product. Sometimes I get really annoyed with products when they put them in this format and then the product doesn't come out of the dropper, but that's not the case with this one. So you want to start with a clean and prepped face. Apply a generous layer of the serum to the face immediately before using your SolaWave wand. And if at any time you feel like it dries out or becomes less lubricated, you can just reapply it to the skin, section by section to the face during your SolaWave session. So you don't necessarily want to put it on your whole face because it might dry out up here while you're working down here. Now, according to the bottle, they're letting you know you can also put this on the neck, and the treatment area should feel wet. So let's actually do a little bit of a demo with the SolaWave. So got my SolaWave wand here. I'm going to start it out in the T-bar position. And let's apply this. Let's start with the forehead this morning. And we're going to do about a 5 to 7 minute session with the SolaWave this morning. Ooh, nice glass bottle and glass dropper. Guys, sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. Hey! Shh. I shouldn't have made noise. Okay. Ruby! Please stop. Thank you. So we're going to take this and apply it right here. I'm sorry, you guys. Working from home with dogs is like a nightmare. Okay, let's see. Shh. They're so small, too. The fact that they feel the need to, like, bark, even though they're little tiny dogs, is, like, the worst. Okay, so we've got this applied on the forehead. I'm going to rub it in a little bit. So my face feels nice and wet. And they recommend when using the SolaWave that you should, I'm going to move this back so you guys can present this again. Okay. All I have to do is apply it right to my face. They recommend using sweeping upward motions. So I'm going to go over this section of my face. I'm going to go like 10 to 15 times. And I actually think maybe like this might be better. So I personally have not like a lot, but I do have fine lines and wrinkles on my forehead. And I found that this really helps. I already feel it getting warm and providing that microcurrent. Just going to go over this a couple of different times. And notice how I didn't put the serum all over my face to the sections where I'm not applying it, the SolaWave, just yet. Because I don't want to dry out and I don't want to waste that serum. It's really, honestly, like, this is, like, such a nice part of my routine. I feel like it's, like, relaxing me time that I get to have. And I am lifting up the wand and really just going in that upward motion. I don't want to push down at all. I love doing in the middle of my eyebrows right here. And as I mentioned earlier, you do get a discount on the SolaWave. Purchasing it during the party today, it's only $126.65, which is down from $150, which is awesome. Okay, that feels really nice. I think I'm pretty much good on my little forehead area now. I took it off my face and you notice it stops. Next, I'm going to go into let's do our cheeks. I'm going to start with this cheek area. And then I'll come back. Feels really nice. It smells good too. I really like the smell of blue tansy. So this cheek I think is a really great example because I do have this blemish here from an acne scar. So when you want to do your cheeks, you're going to move up the cheek like this. And for the under eye, I'll probably change the format, the positioning of the bar. And we're just going to go up. I'm really just starting to get into using beauty devices. I wonder, like, what are you guys using? Do you use a beauty device versus just products? Do you prefer to just use products? I think the only time I'd really seen beauty devices used was when I went to go get facials. So I think it's really cool that they're becoming more of like an at-home type product. And in terms of how long you have to do this for, like, I like to just go until I feel like that serum is fully sunk into the skin and it's feeling a little bit dry. It also depends on how much time you have. You can do this morning or night. I like to do it sometimes in the morning on the weekends if I'm not going to be wearing much makeup throughout the day, and then at night during the week because that just tends to be when I have more time. I think everybody really wants their face to look more lifted. I can't wait to see how this affects this blemish I have right here because it's been driving me a little bit crazy. And it's been hurting, so I actually haven't really done my SolaWave routine in a couple days. Okay, so that part of my face is starting to feel a little bit drier. I'm going to move this into the eye position, the letter I, and we're going to use this under the eye. And you want to be careful, you know, you don't want to never add too much pressure. It should never hurt or be uncomfortable. It's a really nice, like, therapeutic feeling. And I specifically like to use this, like, right on the corner of my eye right here. I am starting to get some crow's feet. And so I want to use the SolaWave to maybe try to mitigate that a little bit. Oh, it's so nice and warm, you guys. The only, like, thing that would be better is that if someone else would do this for me so I could just sit here and enjoy it. Amazing. Okay. I think we've done pretty well on our cheek on this side. Let's go to this side of the face. Oh my gosh, my dog keeps saying that and going off. Ruby! Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Ruby. She's usually so quiet during my videos. I'm so sorry, you guys. Work from home life, right? Okay, I'm going to put it back into the T-bar motion, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. I actually love sometimes to go back at the end and redo my forehead now that the wand is, like, all warmed up. Feels so nice. And so you can do this, you know, my whole routine's probably about 10 minutes. You can do this 12 times before you really have to recharge it. And it only takes like 2 hours to recharge. Whereas I feel like there are a lot of other products out there that take so long to recharge. It can be kind of annoying, but this one I just stick it on there after I'm done with my routine and I'm, like, good and charged up to go. So we're gonna keep going. And notice how we're always doing upwards and outwards. And that's kind of where using this as a little bit of a gua sha comes in, because we are stimulating the skin and trying to move any puffiness out to the lymphatic regions of the face. So after we do the rest of our cheek, I'm going to show you guys how I like to do around the brow area for a bit of a brow lift, because I do have my right eye is a little more hooded than my left eye. And then we're going to do the upper lip before we move on to the neck and do some jawline work, which tends to be kind of my favorite section to work on to get some of those gua sha type features. Starting to feel like it's getting a little bit drier, so I think we're almost done. Okay, before it dries out, I'm going to go ahead and move it back to the eye motion and go underneath my eye and get that spot right here I like to get, where I feel like my crow's feet are starting to come in. So like I mentioned, this, it really does take the place of a few different beauty products. It can be a jade roller, it can be a gua sha, an LED device, a microcurrent device, all in one, which is really nice. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the eyebrow area. Let's start with this one. I'm going to start here. And I'm going to leave it on this format, and I'm just going to I'll be honest, it does kind of tickle a little bit. So I'm going to do this. And the goal is to really lift. Sorry guys, I just want to sneeze. I'm going to really lift, perform some toning and lifting on the skin. I saw a woman do this with her SolaWave on her hooded eye, and it gave her such a nice little brow lift. So I figured I would add this to my routine. And I only really feel the need to do this on one side of my face because this is the side of my face that's a little bit more hooded, this eye. I actually think you can totally tell and see the lift compared to this side of the face. It's actually like really amazing. Now, as I mentioned, consistency is key. You want to do this a couple times a week to really see consistent results. Wow. I can just tell by looking at my face that this side already looks more lifted than the other side, and considering that this is usually the hooded side of my face, it's kind of wild, I'll be honest. I might go in and do this side just for fun, considering how good the results were over there. So let's pop just a little bit of the serum here. I do think that the ounce of the serum would last you quite a good amount of time as well, too. Obviously, avoid getting it in your eyes. It doesn't hurt or anything. This whole process, too, like, there should be no pain, no stinging, no discomfort. That's not something that you should expect to feel when using the SolaWave or the renewing serum. And if you just want to focus on like a small part of your face, like maybe just between your eyebrows or just your neck, you can absolutely do that. I wanted to do a little bit of an extended routine with you guys today so you could see what it is like to do, like all the different things that you can do. Oh, I love it. I live for it. Another thing that I know people like to do is they like to get these nasolabial folds on their face right here. So let's do those. Let's get a little bit of serum on those. I'm going to move back to the T-bar position. I'm just going to... This really gets the upper lip as well, too. I'm going to switch sides here. I have gotten Botox in my forehead before, but I think that these types of devices are a really nice way to meld self-care with your beauty routine as an alternative to injectables. I definitely think if you are interested in injectables, they have a place in your routine that's great. I like to get Botox in my forehead, but I am always willing to try out something like this that has proven results. I mean, it's crazy. 98% of people say that after 14 days of use, their skin felt radiant and more lifted, which I think is really amazing. Okay, let's move on to the neck, because this is actually the neck, and doing the gua sha technique is one of my favorite. So I'm gonna start on this side, put some of that on my neck, just rub it in a little bit, and I'm gonna leave it in the T-bar position, and we are going to, this is the time I do apply a little bit of pressure. I'm just going up my jawline, and I've got it kind of held a little bit flatter to really get in that jawline there to help define it. And we're just applying that pressure upwards and out. I like to go over it 10 to 15 times before I switch sides. So once we do the other side of the jaw, we will do the neck, and then we will wrap up our routine here, and I'll just run through the products that we're selling today really briefly. Okay, let's add a little bit more to the other side. And as you guys have seen, I'm just adding the serum as I need it, because we don't want it to dry out before we've really used up the product. So same thing over here. Applying a little bit more pressure this way, as if it's a gua sha, which I didn't really apply pressure on the rest of my face. So the Conductive Serum also has added skincare benefits with that hyaluronic acid, which helps your skin to retain that beautiful bouncy moisture. And I believe Glutenzi is an AHA, which will help your skin to exfoliate. So you do see a little bit of redness in the center of my face from that there, but there's no pain, no stinging. I probably wouldn't do this before I went and applied a bunch of makeup. You want to give yourself a little bit of time for your skin to really soak it all in before you went and did that. There's nothing I love more than like a nice sculpted jawline. Okay, so we're finishing up on this side. Okay. It's still on because it senses the wetness on there. Okay. Now I'm going to put a bit of this on my neck. Show you guys how you can use it on the neck. I'm going to leave it in that T-bar position for the neck, and we're just going to go upwards. I think your neck is a place that very often needs skincare, but I think it gets forgotten about a lot until we get a little bit older and we realize, oh no, I really want to have a nice, useful looking neck. So a couple of tips for that. Always apply your skincare to your neck as well, especially your actives. That'll help. And sunscreen is such a big one as well too. And you can bring this all, when you do your neck, you can bring this all the way up under your chin. Because remember, the goal here is for you to be radiant and lifted. So that live stream deal for this, $126, is a bunch of different colors. I think that's a great deal, especially for something that is not a consumable. You're going to have this for your routine forever. SolaWaves do also have a warranty. I would definitely check out their website if you have any questions about their warranty. But this is actually the best deal I've seen on the SolaWave. as well as the serum as well. Alrighty, I think we're pretty much done. Cool, so I'm just gonna like wipe her off on my jacket for now, and there is still, I got some leftover serum left on the back of it, so it's still going off here. But once it stops noticing the moisture, it's gonna turn off. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me today to do my little SolaWave routine on my skin. I will check back in with you guys at my next party, and I will, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll probably post an update about this blemish right here and how this one here is doing. But all around, I love the SolaWave Advanced Skincare Wand, as well as the Conductive Serum. These are both really, really awesome products. Highly recommend them both. It's really a great way to get an entry-level start into beauty devices and seeing some results. For me, my favorite result I see is like the lift on this eyebrow, considering that this eye tends to be hooded. I think I might do that every single day. But I hope you guys had a great day. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday morning to do my little skincare routine. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm obsessed with the SolaWave. Happy to chat with you more about it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.